Hey everybody, welcome back to Big Red EDC. Well, guys, I went and did it. I broke my own rule. So, and trust me, some of you let me hear about it. And I get it. I get it. But what we're going to take a look at today is the Case XX Bridgeline. This is going to be the Highbanks. They call it a slip joint. Okay, we'll talk about that a little bit later. They also have the Longhouse, which is the locking, the more front flipper version. But the whole reason I broke my rule was because of Blade Show Texas. My experience with Case at Blade Show Texas. Now I've shared that story on a live stream, and it's a little bit too long to in a format like this. I want to keep this video a little bit shorter. So, for those of you that haven't heard this story, if you would like to, let me know. I might do a separate video on it for you. But where the rule comes from, and my rule was not buying Case knives sight unseen. I said I wouldn't buy a Case knife sight unseen. Well, I did. I did it. I bought this one. If that rule stems from my experience with Case's warranty. A lot of you know that already. Those of you that don't, I will put a link to my Case warranty process playlist down in the description. You guys can go ahead and check that out if you would like as well. So a little bit, gives you a little bit of context. But as I said, this is the Highbanks. I bought it sight unseen because I just really, really wanted to check it out. Now, I probably should have bought the Longhouse. That one probably would have been, but I really like the look of this one better. Just the blade shape. So what we're looking at, like I said, Case XX, the Bridgeline Highbanks. What you've got here, the box says black burlap micarta. It's got that heavily weathered, used look to it, which I do kind of dig. It's got aluminum bolsters, aluminum frame. Now there's definitely some sort of steel going on down in that back spacer. I don't know if the back spacer is steel. They don't really say. It might be screws, but it actually attracts all the way down there. So I'm thinking the steel, I don't know. The back spacer might be steel. The clip, definitely stainless. It snaps on there very well. Deep carry clip, I'm liking that. I mean, it's not super deep, but it's definitely trying. No recessed screws, obviously would like to see that. You've got a lanyard hole going on. So not too bad. So overall, our fit and finish doesn't look too bad. As you can see, it's kind of I don't know. It looks like the back spacer sinks in the higher it goes. Okay. Yeah, it just looks like it does. But anyway. Other than that, let's see, the centering. Centering is pretty darn good. That's all right. Very good. Everything's chamfered off, really nice. No sharp spots, nothing like that. Done pretty well. Now, like I said, they call this a slip joint. And hey, you aficionados out there, let me know. But in my experience, a slip joint reacts with a back spring. Well, as you can see, this blade is not reacting with a back spring at all. This is a double detent knife to me. They call it a slip joint, but to me, it has to be a double detent. I don't know. It just has to be. But anyway, it says right on the Case website, slip joint. So, I don't know. Maybe they don't know. Who knows? But, you've got they call it a nail nick. Okay, nail nick, long pull hole, whatever you want to call it. It acts, it opens up pretty well. It's got a fairly light pull. I mean, that detent down here is actually pretty good because obviously it's a detent holding it in, right? It's not a spring. It's not spring pressure. So it's a detent. So it's not bad. It's got a decent little pull. It's probably like I'm gonna give it like a 5. Okay, 5 to 5.5. It's decent. You come into a half stop. Now, in that half stop, we're kind of wobbly in that half stop. So, I don't know, and it doesn't really rattle, but we are kind of wobbly in that half stop, and then it comes fully open, and then it has to catch a detent again because there's something catching up here. Mind you, it's not catching very much, and we'll definitely talk about that, but it's definitely catching up there. So overall, I really, really like the look of this knife. I love the overall design. I love the handle, love the blade shape. You got a nice swedge, it's a classic drop point. It definitely is a first production run. Now you're looking at CPM 20 CV on that blade steel. So there you go, USA made, Highbanks, right? Woohoo! We're in there, USA made. It's a good looking knife. That's what I said. I wanted to look at this one first. Oh, come on, there we go. I really wanted to look at this one first because it is the one I like a lot more. Ah, that's a great looking design. So now, like I was saying, now the action, it takes little to no pressure. I mean, I am putting that's one of the biggest comments I get about slip joints. One that actually does rest on a back spring is, oh, I don't want it to come closed on me, And you know what? Most of the time, I have no issue with that at all. This one, it takes no pressure to get that blade going. And if you keep pushing, look where it's going to go. It's going to get right on my, it is a very, very soft open knife. Very soft. It's not actually, it's not interacting with a back spring. So, there has to be a detent ball in there. I haven't taken it apart. To be quite honest with you, I probably don't care enough to take it apart. And that's just the God's honest truth because, I know, the fanboys are going to be mad. Oh, I'm calling you like you see it. Screw me once, shame on me. Screw me twice, or screw me once, whatever. You're not going to screw me a second time. But anyway, can you tell? Can you taste the bitterness in the room? Good, I hope you can. It's a very, very soft detent. Not happy with that at all. Not even remotely. Like I said, it goes into that, and I mean, there's really no. It's okay. I mean, like a lot of double detents, you can pop that top detent, and you can get it to go shut. Yeah, this is not even. Anyhow, so. Yeah. All right, spec check. Let's just do it. I'm so freaking disappointed. And you know what? I did it to myself. I have no one else to blame but myself, and I take full responsibility in that. And we're talking damn near $170 for this knife. Yeah, materials. Okay, you got 20 CV, you got micarta, USA made, right? Oh, God. Anyway, so we're looking at just shy of 7 inches. I mean, you're looking at about 6 7/8. You've got about a 3-inch handle here, and which is going to, you got a 4-inch handle, and then you've got a 2 7/8 inch blade. Cutting edge is going to be more like 2 3/4. And then, of course, your grip length. I mean, that's going to be your full handle, which, like I said, I mean, it's about from point to point. It's 3 inches to the drop off. You're looking at a little over 3 1/4, and that's kind of how my hand rests on it. See? All right. You saw that, right? I barely touched that blade, and it started coming shut. I mean, I just ran my thumb up there. I didn't even push, and it broke free. So, yeah. Anyway, let the hate consume you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And let's do some size comparisons. I've been dreading doing this video all much because it's probably going to sound like a bitch session. But you know what? Case deserves it. This is a first production run knife, and it kind of sucks. But anyway. All right. So, size comparison, it's just a little bit smaller than the Bug Out. I'm not even going to show you the PM2 because, well, you know the PM2 is going to be much bigger. This is a fun video. I'm telling you. It is fun. It is fun because, yeah, we're just gonna let it flow. You're going to get the whole enchilada. 2.6, so the weight's not bad. Weight's not bad at all. But, all right. Oh, pocket carry. God, I forgot about the pocket carry. Forgot about that. That is not bad. It's not bad. Takes a little force to get in there. It's deep carry. You know, I'll give props where props are due. The clip's pretty good. You know, I always like to see recessed screws. It's decent. I mean, tension on it. Oh, I got to do it with this thumb. That thumb hurts. Tension is good, you know, as far as retention goes. But now we'll go back. Like I said, overall fit and finish, not too bad. I nitpicked the back spacer a little bit. Okay, yeah, all right. No biggie. Ergonomics. See where that pocket clip's hitting me? Oh, that's hand size. That's my hand size. So, but it hits me all sorts of wrong. All sorts of wrong. If I want to put a decent, but you know, if I was really going to put a decent grip on this, I'd be pushing on the blade, and looky there. I'm going to be freaking cutting myself if I'm trying to put any pressure on it. So it sucks at both ends to put any pressure on it. So there you go. Oh my goodness, can you tell? I mean, I don't want to be saying this. I don't want to be saying this about a U.S. company. I don't want to be saying this about a U.S. knife company. But I hear people, they just, you know, and this is what you're getting. Subpar manufacturing, especially from Case. It's what you're getting. You know, I mean, trust me, I'd like to see so much more. But I tell you what, you compare this to a Jack Wolf knife, and the Jack Wolf knife beats this thing 10 times over. I'd like to see Jack Wolf knife do a double detent knife, because I could bet they do it a hell of a lot better than this. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. But anyway, back to, sorry, soapbox, get back. Calm down. It's okay. And believe it or not, I'll just throw this out there. The one I saw at the Case booth at Blade Show Texas of the Highbanks, it was a rosewood version. Really, really nice looking knife. Now open, there's no wiggle, there's no wobble. Like I said, I can't do that. It just falls. But there's no wobble. And the Highbanks at the Blade Show Texas, the one they had out on the stand that I was looking at, it was really nice. It was actually really nice. It was pretty solid. The detent was definitely better than that. But then there's the Longhouse, and that's where the long story comes in. So I wanted to look at this one first because it was the best one at Blade Show Texas. I bought it. I paid like $170 for it, 166, whatever it was, first production run. Yeah, was it worth it? Not even close. Not even close. I mean, materials, yes, but the production, no. It doesn't come to it. It's not. I don't know. It's another disappointment for me for Case. And those of you, like I said, you fanboys out there are going to be like, oh my God, you're just dogging Case. All stuff. I dog them when they deserve to be dogged. Like I said, they did me wrong. I'm going to tell them when they do me wrong. And with this knife, they did me wrong. Now, with that Peach Seed Jigbone Sodbuster Jr. I have, oh, they did me very right on that knife. I have Case knives that I love. They're very good knives. This is not one of them. It's their first, and okay, it's their first venture, I think, into a double detent. The Longhouse is not their first venture into a locking knife, as far as I know. But if you're going to make a locking knife, you should definitely have tools to work on a locking knife at a knife show. That's all I can say about that. But anyway, like I said, if you want to hear the story time, like I said, this one was $166. If you don't get a first production run, they're like $155. You're still getting ripped off if it's anything like this, in my opinion. But hey, there you go. But I actually was thinking about selling this knife because I purchased this knife. I was thinking about selling it. I don't even know if in good conscience I can sell it to anybody. Maybe on my knife sale, I'll say, hey, here's the issue. And I'll just sell it for real cheap. You know, I mean, really. And if you know what, if you like this knife and you're like, don't care, you just love Case so much that you're willing to buy in my opinion, a very subpar product, hey, let me know. Shit, who knows? But anyway, all right, I've ranted, I've raved. I'm just telling you the way I see it, guys. No, this knife was not worth the dang near $170 I paid for it. It just isn't. It just isn't. That's all I can tell you. It's just not. And it's go ahead, make all of the excuses you want. Fanboys, let me have it. That's fine. And I know I've got some very good friends that like case knives, and there are very good case knives out there. I have a couple. Believe me, I do. But this is not one of them. So anyway, all right, there you go. I got it out of my system. Sorry, guys. It just kind of built. It was going so good at first, and then it just kind of built, and it all came out. So there you go. But you know what? If you have one and it's in great condition, I'm happy for you. I really am. I wished I would have gotten one of those. But what this tells me, and the whole reason I broke my rule and bought the case knife is so if I got one like this, I know it's not the only one. I know there's no way it's the only one out there. Not a chance. Not a chance that this is the only one out there that has these type of issues or even worse issues. So, all right, I promised I was leaving. I'm leaving now. I'm done. Guys, thank you so much for stopping by. For those of you that watch this video going, oh, is he going to go? Is he going to go? I don't know. Did I make you happy? Thanks a lot, guys. Always appreciate you. Like, subscribe, leave me that comment. You know I love talking to you. Until next time, I'll talk to you later, guys. Bye-bye.